everybody, and welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be my April favorites, all the things I was loving in April, from skincare to some random stuff. You know, it's never just makeup and beauty. I like to incorporate more than just that because I consider myself to be kind of a lifestyle channel as well, primarily beauty. But yeah, this was a very interesting month. I stayed home, you know, unless I had to go out and get groceries or something important, or take my dog out just on a walk like far away. But yeah, I'm hoping that this is all over soon. I'm hoping that you're doing your part in flattening the curve, or however they're calling it, and social distancing, and yeah, just take these moments and do things like I've been redecorating my place here and there, getting some plants. I'm actually really happy to like actually be a plant mom now. So yeah, anyway, without me rambling any further, if you want to see all the stuff I was loving in March,
why do you keep saying March?
All the stuff I was loving in April, don't forget to please subscribe to my channel, hit the notification bell so you know when I post, and without further ado, let's go ahead and get on into it. So I feel like you guys might want to see makeup products first, so let's just do that. Thrive Causemetics did a whole promotion in which they, for every product you bought, they donated all of the net proceeds to COVID-19 relief, which I thought was awesome. And Thrive Causemetics already has such a great mission statement. They donate a product to a woman in need for everyone that you purchase. So I bought 4 things, but the 2 that have really stuck out to me are the mascara and the setting powder. And I want to talk about the mascara first because I have been using this almost every day for the past 2 to 3 weeks. My VP at work has been requiring video Zoom, so now I have to throw on a little bit of makeup so I don't look super dead. So literally I'll just do a couple coats of mascara, a little bit of concealer, a little bit of powder, and then like a lip gloss. And this is the mascara. Well, I'm lying. I do highlight, blush, or bronzer, but never all 3, just because I want my face to like not look so flat. But this is the Thrive Causemetics Liquid Lash Extensions. I had heard so much hype about this from a lot of different YouTubers, and I had never really been familiar with a tubing mascara.
It kind of matches my nails, it's cute.
A tubing mascara, what that really entailed, so I was kind of like, oh, this is interesting. It's a mascara I'm wearing on my lower lashes right now. I think I have featured this in a couple of my videos, but basically the tip is like one of those plastic synthetic kind of acorn shaped tips that have bristles that really just grip onto your lashes. So this is a really great job at separating your lashes, defining your lashes, volumizing your lashes. I really do think that it is a great mascara all around, even aside from the tubing benefit. And so the first time I removed this, I didn't really know what to expect. I just heard that tubing mascaras are ones that, you know, when you wipe off your mascara or you rinse it off with water, it comes off in little like spider-like tube-like things. So I was just kind of like, okay, and I tried it and I had no mascara residue at all. It was amazing, obviously, because it comes out like in solids instead of smearing all over your face. So I thought that was awesome and definitely an added benefit. This is a very like heavy, not heavy, but it is a nice like luxe packaging. I love the color. This is like my favorite color ever. Like a turquoise is amazing. It's like my favorite pop of color. Yeah, I absolutely love this mascara. It is definitely more up there in price. It's $24, but you do get really good formula, really good packaging. It's definitely a unique formula. It's not one that you can just find at Sephora, because I don't think Sephora carries a tubing mascara. Correct me if I'm wrong, but at least a cruelty-free tubing mascara, I haven't seen one there. So definitely give this a shot if you're looking for that. The no mess situation is worth it alone in my opinion, but this is really nice. The other Thrive Causemetics product I've really been loving is this guy right here. This is the Filtered Effects Soft Focus HD Setting Powder, and this is in translucent matte. This is awesome, and again, I had heard hype about this, so I was like, okay, I'm gonna check it out. I do have quite a few of loose powders, but you know, I'm always on the hunt for something new. This is what the packaging looks like. This doesn't really like seal all the way down. It's kind of interesting, but whatever. It has a mesh net, and you just dip your brush in, and you know, the product comes out. And these mesh tips, I get it, they're definitely good for preventing mess, but for me it doesn't get the product out enough, so I always have to like turn it over, like literally upside down onto my brush to actually get stuff off. But maybe that's just me. But this is such a nice powder. It's lightweight, it's finely milled, but it feels like silk. It's very soft. It's not like a super heavy duty powder like I would consider the Beauty Bakery powder to have a little bit more weight, be a little bit more glamorous. This is not as thin as like it's completely like white silica powder though. It's a nice middle ground. It does set my face. It's the powder I'm wearing all over my face today. And again, this is one of my go-to like quarantine makeup products, if you will, where I just want to set all over my face and just, you know, be done and control the shine all day and not look gross through webcams, but not really apply too much coverage. I just want to blur out my skin. And I find that this does a really nice job. I love that the formula is relatively clean. It does have talc in it, but for me, I'm not one who really gets an allergic to talc. It's not the best ingredient by any means in cosmetics, but it's one that's pretty ubiquitous, so I've kind of learned to deal with it. But it's a powder I'm wearing on my face today, as I mentioned, and I realized that when I was doing my makeup, I forgot to apply primer. I had applied my SPF, my Drunk Elephant moisturizer sunscreen in the morning though, so I was like, okay, like I guess this is fine. And I think that powders, if you do forget a primer, a powder is the next best thing to help mitigate that, or to step in and fill your primer's shoes, because it does the blurring, it does the setting, it does the makeup extending. So if you forget a primer, definitely go in with a powder and it'll help maintain your makeup wear. Speaking of primer though, the e.l.f. Matte Putty Primer is a great primer, and I know the Poreless Putty Primer came out I think last year. It was a huge hype on YouTube, and I never bought it just because I had like a sample size of the Tatcha silk canvas, so I was like, I don't really need to go out and get another one. But when they came out with the matte putty primer, I believe either early this year or late last year, I was like, okay, this is something that I have to get. It's $8, but it looks like this. It's just like a white kind of like putty. It's not the most hygienic because you have to put your fingers in, but it's very silky, very lightweight. Again, this is one of those products that if you're doing a no makeup look, or you don't want to put in really any coverage, you just put your fingers in here, make sure they're clean because it's going to get dirty and germy. Put your fingers in here, just do a little bit on your T-zone, you know, on your chin, and automatically I find that my pores are not only minimized, but this does help keep my makeup matte all day. And I'm someone with oily skin, so I look for a mattifying primer anyway, but especially since we are warming up here, it is literally going to be in the hundreds. I think the high is 102, but it's like been in the 90s in Vegas. The weather change like this has really messed with me. I don't know if anybody else is out there, chime in if you're the same, but for a lot of people who live here, the weather just really like affects me. Like it messes with me physically. I don't know, it's like the weirdest thing. And I'm very prone to heat strokes.
If you know, you know.
So I just, this has nothing to do with the video, that's like internally, but yeah, I'm someone who really wants my makeup to stay matte. I'm not going outside besides walking my dog pretty much like around my apartment, so I don't need my makeup to stay on. I don't really have much makeup to stay on a daily basis, but this is something that's really, really nice and something that I'll definitely keep reaching for as I continue to do more makeup this summer. I have two eyeliners I want to give a shout out to. The first is the Urban Decay 24/7 Glide On Eye Pencil. I was using this a lot in the beginning of the month. It's a really nice eye pencil. This is actually like a travel size version, and this is actually the eyeliner I would always travel with, but I never really spoke about because I use my Essence kohl pencil like on a daily basis. But when I lost that for a little bit, I pulled this out and I was like, okay, I'm just gonna use this. And it may not seem like a big deal, but this is a really good eyeliner. May not seem like anything special, but it's just like a sharpener tip, and you just swipe it on and it's really nice inky black coverage. And I'm saying this like any other eyeliner would be, but what I like about this one is that when you go back and forth on your waterline, it doesn't erase what was previously there, because you know your tear duct is there, so it's getting your waterline wet, obviously, hence the name waterline. Some eyeliners don't have the staying power. This one does. I mean, it should because of the price, but if you're looking for a good eyeliner and you're willing to spend a little bit extra, this is a really good one from Sephora. And I think they have this at Ulta too, but I got this at Sephora. The next eyeliner I want to give a shout out to is the Essence Gel Eyeliner. I wore this in my full face of Ulta. I will link that above and below. But this is a product I had forgotten about in my collection, and I pulled it back out to do that video, and I was like, oh my god, this is great. It is a little bit dried out now, but I had read this trick where you can just put a little bit of like an eye drop or something. I could be wrong. Please check first because I don't want to cause you any harm, but I had read that you just kind of revitalize and make the formula wet again by just doing that, and it glides on easier, it doesn't tug. And even as is, like I applied it today to line my eyes and it did not tug, it did not peel, it did not leave like gaps. It's a great formula. This is in the shade Midnight in Paris. It's waterproof. Again, this is what it looks like. I just used mine today with a little eyebrow / eyeliner brush. I used it with this guy right here. This is the Lavish Brow Groomer brush, but as long as it's like a thin angled tip, I think it works great. Now, the one thing I will say about this, I guess a pro and a con, is that it's not super duper pigmented. Like, it's not going to give you that black, matte, cat eye, high shine look like a liquid eyeliner does. But with this, it's a more matte finish. It's not as pigmented. So if that's what you're looking for, which is sometimes what I'm looking for, is I want to do eyeliner on my top lid, but I don't want it to be super duper intense to the point where it's just like eyeliner and you can't see my lashes. This is a great kind of more natural alternative. I did use it to line my eyes today, but I wanted to go in with a little bit more of a black inky liner so you wouldn't really see where my eyelashes end. So just in this corner here, I went in with my Balm Swing liner just because that's very black, very inky, very liquidy, very matte. So yeah, but it works both ways, right? It all depends on what look you're going for. But all in all, it's so great and so affordable. 2 lip products I want to mention. The first is another one that I wore in my full face of Ulta. This is the ColourPop Lippie Sticks in the shade Who Run This. I believe this is an ultra matte formula, very creamy. The Lippie Sticks are actually a really awesome formula. They're so underrated. I love how precise the tip is because you can just line your lips. You don't need to go in with lip liner. It's really awesome. This is the shade right here. It's kind of like a terracotta-y orange red. If you want to see me apply it on my lips, go watch that video. You'll see it in action. But it's so portable, so easy to travel with. It's just a great formula for $6, and they have a variety of shades. They have creme finishes, matte finishes, ultra matte finishes, just a lot of different stuff, and you can get it at Ulta in addition to obviously ColourPop.com. But I love this shade because I think it's a great shade that works for fall and summer. It's like that medium brick terracotta that doesn't scream fall, but it doesn't scream summer. It's perfect year round, and it's like a nice pop of color if you want to do like a very simple eye, but you don't want to go in with a bold lip like today, which this formula is amazing, by the way, and I'll probably speak about this in my next month's favorites, but this is like a nice toned down version, and it's summery, but it's fall-y, and this is definitely something that I would take with me on vacation or just on a road trip because it's so easy, and it's like the easiest way to elevate any look without doing a lot, you know, popping on that nice lip color. The Steve Laurent lip gloss is one that I've had for a few months now, and this is in the shade Champagne. This is an amazing lip gloss because it's one of my nudist in my lip gloss collection, and I'll always put this on when I'm wearing like a bold lip, but I want to tone it down. Like for example, if the color is a little bit too bold and my eyes are already bold as is, I will pop this on because I'm like, okay, like this is something that will tone the color down, and it gives you a nice shine. It makes your lips comfortable, so it's a great like 3-in-1 product if you ask me. This is what the color looks like swatched. It's a really beautiful kind of like champagne nude. I don't even know if you can see it right there. It's not super duper pigmented, but you can build it up, as you can see it right here. It's really beautiful if you have fair skin tones. I think this would be a perfect nude gloss on you. It has the slightest shimmer, but it's not something that's gonna scream like glitter all over your lips. It's not like the ColourPop Ultra Glossy Lip in the shade On Board where this is like packed with glitter. If you want dimension, this is a great lip gloss. This is just if you want a nice sheen. It'll add that color obviously, but it won't white out your lips. And definitely something that's a staple in my collection because as I mentioned to you before, I like buying products that serve me different purposes. I don't like always buying the same of one thing. I like to kind of diversify my collection, if you will. The only thing I don't like about this is that it has mineral oil in it, which mineral oil is common in a lot of lip glosses. It makes them really smooth and it makes your lips feel nice and coated. I tend to avoid it, and if you want to watch my how I keep my lips from being chapped video, I'll also link that above and below. You can see me like go on a whole different rant. I don't want to waste your time here because I already talked about that, but that's just my only bone to pick with this. Otherwise, it's a great formula. Great color, serves a great purpose in my collection. I absolutely love the Lacey lashes from Kiss Lashes. Now, Kiss Lashes are some of my favorite affordable lashes. They are so good. They come in such a good variety. I am not wearing them right now. I am currently wearing Beauty Creations 3D Silk Lashes in the shade Thirsty. That is what I have on my eyes right now. I went on beautycreations.com and bought a whole bunch of lashes, and then we went on quarantine, so I was like, okay, I'll just wear my lashes to film, I guess. I love a good kind of glam moment, especially since I don't put on makeup, a lot of makeup every day now. But anyway, these are the Kiss Lashes. I know it says garter, but these are in the style Lacey, and they are so beautiful. And they don't look like anything special or anything that extraordinary when you just look at them, but on, they are freaking amazing, so comfortable, and they give your lashes the perfect amount of glam. Like, I could see myself rocking this for so many different occasions. It's just a really beautiful, I'm sorry, my finger's gonna be in the way, but it's just a really beautiful lash. I wore it in my sunset kind of makeup look, which I will link above and below. I'm sorry I always keep saying that, but I like to talk about things and then give you a point of reference in case you actually want to check them out or explore them or see me use them in action. So that's why I always mention my videos, because otherwise you'll be like, but how do you know? But yeah, these are really, really nice. Very affordable. Kiss lashes are $4.99 at Ulta. A lot of them are. And you get such good quality and they're reusable. So they're awesome. Speaking of eyelashes, kind of switching gears here, but I want to shout this out. This is the Fresh Youthful Dewy Lush. I'm sorry, I don't really know what this is. I've had this for so long, but this is the Lash and Brow Growth Treatment. I purchased this on Amazon months and months and months ago. I've had this for quite some time, and to be honest, I kind of don't use it every night because when I go do my nightly routine at my bathroom sink, like when I'm brushing my teeth and stuff to get ready for bed, I always take out my contacts and then I can't see, so I automatically put my glasses on. But then once I put my glasses on, I'm like, wait, but I don't want to take them off and then put on my castor oil on my lashes and then put them back on. You know what I mean? But this is really nice. It has two sides. So one of them is like a spoolie, and you can use this actually like interchangeably in my opinion. So this is a spoolie, and you can comb this through your brows if you want your brow hairs to grow. Castor oil is a great ingredient to do that. But I just take this and I run this on my lashes. I don't really run it on my brows. My brows are woofing right now. I have not had them done in over a month because we've been in quarantine. It'll actually be 2 months probably in next week. So they're pretty bad. I've been trying to pluck around them, but I don't really want to mess with the shape. I let my threading lady do that. So I definitely don't want to apply this to them right now, but I'll use this on my brows like if I go get them done and then I see like a bald patch, or I come back home and I pluck a certain patch too much, then I will go in with this tip right here. It's like a small fine brush tip, and then I'll just really precisely, put it on the area that I want to grow, So this is awesome. You can find a lot of castor oil on Amazon, I'm sure. Just search castor oil on Amazon and I'm sure it'll yield like a bunch of results. But I personally like this because I see a difference with my lashes, especially my lower lashes. My lower lashes are baby lashes. It's always so hard for me to put on bottom mascara because it doesn't show. This is one of the only mascaras that actually shows my bottom lashes, probably because the brush is very precise and thin, so it really hugs each lash. But I have noticed that since using this more regularly, I've been really able to really just go in and use this on my lower lashes and see a difference. So that's awesome. But anyway, yeah, this is a really good product and I've been using it a lot. I want to give a shout out to this sponge right here, and I'm sorry it's so dirty, but this is the Hank and Henry sponge, and I got it in a BoxyCharm. It's like a fat sponge. It's bigger than like any sponge I currently own, but I love it. I use this flat part, as you can tell. I use it today to apply my foundation. It just applies your foundation so fast. I mean, obviously, right? Because it's a freaking large sponge, you just stamp it all over your face. It doesn't really shear out the coverage too much. It applies the perfect amount, as a sponge should. It absorbs less in my opinion than the Beauty Blender, so I think it provides a little bit more full coverage. I would say it gives you coverage between what a Beauty Blender would give you and what a Juno & Co sponge would give you, right? Because this is microfiber, it really doesn't soak up anything. This is amazing. This is a nice makeup tool for when you just want to, pump this all over your face, do your makeup in a flash and be good to go. This is awesome. It's very soft, very squishy. And then I also use this point tip right here to blend out my concealer, boom, 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 in between my brows. So this is a very versatile sponge and you can definitely do your whole face. It's very soft. Okay, I have 3 more products I want to share with you, kind of on the other token of that. What I also got on my April BoxyCharm, this is probably no surprise to you, and I actually just washed this.
Okay, I just wanted to pop in here really quickly because I looked it up and I know it looks a little bit stained after I washed it, and I think that's because it says that you're supposed to wash your makeup eraser when you first get it with hot water to activate the fibers and prevent staining. And if you watch my demo video, you'll know that I forgot to wash it, so that's probably why it stained thereafter on my first wash. So, or my second wash, but yeah, just a heads up. So definitely wash it before you use it the first time to prevent the staining. Okay, bye.
This is the makeup eraser in the style Sunset. I will also link this video above and below. I discovered so many good things in April, and this is freaking awesome. It's $20. But if you use the code BOXY20, I believe, on their website, I think it'll save you 20%. I did a whole demo and review on this, but spoiler alert, I absolutely love this thing. It has become my favorite way to remove my makeup. Even a full glam like this gets the job done. And I know some of you may be thinking like, oh, you're just gonna use it once and then wash it. No, what I do is I use like literally one section at a time. So I'll go in and remove my face with probably these 2 sections today, and then hang it up, let it dry, and then go in with these 2 sections tomorrow or whatever it may be. And this lasts me for like a week, honestly, because on a day-to-day basis now that I'm not really wearing foundation. I sometimes don't even need to go in with this, but for a full glam, like this just takes your makeup off. This is the cleansing side, and then this side right here is the exfoliating side, which is optional in my opinion, but this is really just what you do if you want to take that extra step in removing your makeup. And this is awesome. It's so soft. It's so eco-friendly. It replaces like thousands and thousands of wipes because you can just toss it in the wash. It's such a great tool, and the best part in my opinion, in addition to how sustainable it is that it doesn't leave a residue on your face, which I hate, because when you go in with an oil or a makeup wipe, your face will always feel like, oh, and I don't know, it makes me feel like my skin's gonna break out, like it's one extra product on my skin. And this, when you take off all your makeup, your skin feels clean, which could almost be a bad thing, because you might be like, oh, I don't need to wash it, but you should always still wash your face after you remove your makeup, in my opinion, and I always do. But this just leaves such a nice clean feeling, no residue, no ickiness. It's such a great tool, and it's so soft. You can travel with it. A+ all around. Hats off makeup eraser. This is awesome. Okay, my last two are kind of like Pamper products, if you will. So the first is, I'm sorry, this is like, it has watermarks on it, but this is the Sympathy for the Skin Hand and Body Lotion. This is a really awesome lotion, and it has, this scent has fresh banana, sandalwood, and cocoa butter. And this is really great. The scent is mild, so you don't have to worry about smelling like a whole ass banana. It smells like oatmeal, but in a good way, like luxurious oatmeal. Very subtle, very soft, very kind on your skin. Lush products are always so amazing. I use the Sleepy Cream every single night before bed. This has become my daily moisturizer, and this is 8.4 ounces. So I think it's around the same size as like a Bath & Body Works body cream, which lasts about 2 months for me. But this is my first time in like 2 years just using like another cream besides that on my body. And this was expensive. This was $30. So I know that was expensive, but I only bought it actually because I needed to restock on my Sleepy Cream, and that was $10. And Lush was doing a promotion where it was like free shipping on $40. So I was like, okay, might as well, because I needed a new body lotion anyway. And this is amazing. And I love what Lush stands for. All handmade, really good ingredients, cruelty-free, all natural, good stuff. So if you want to just like pamper yourself, I mean, this is a great product. It really does leave your skin feeling very soft, but it's not thick, it's not greasy. It just envelops your skin in like moisture without it leaving like a, I'm like suffocating kind of feeling, you know? And then the last product I want to mention is this guy right here. I've also had this for a while. This is the Mystic Antidotes Calming Pillow Spray with Eucalyptus and Mint. I think I got this at like a TJ Maxx or a Home Goods or something like that, but this is really awesome. This is by the Home and Body Company in Huntington Beach. I don't know, but this is really amazing. It smells literally like eucalyptus and mint, relieves muscles, and enhances the mind. I don't know about you guys, but I haven't been sleeping the best these days. I don't know if it's because of the weather. I don't know if it's because, you know, we're not going out as much, so I'm just perpetually tired like all the time. I don't know what it is, but I haven't been sleeping that well. Maybe it's because I've been like TikToking till like midnight, but you know. But this is really nice. It just is a nice final step in your nightly routine. What I'll do is I'll spray it literally all over my pillows as I'm putting on my lip mask, as I'm putting on my Lush Sleepy Cream, and then I'll let that kind of like sink in, because I don't want to like apply it to my face, you know, when I'm like literally laying in bed. But this is really awesome, and it just, the scent I find really does soothe my mind, and it is that kind of like extra help. Like, I'm not going to say this like puts you to sleep and makes you stay asleep. It's not medicine. It's just something that's a nice nightly final step in my routine. All right, everybody, and that is it for my April favorites. I hope you guys enjoyed my roundup of bath, body, makeup, and all the products that I've really been loving. I did, as you can tell from my last video, hauled a bunch of new stuff from Sephora and Ulta, which is linked above and below, so go watch that if you want to see what I hauled. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, please, and hopefully I will see you in my next one. Mwah! Bye!